They thought of Oahu in Hawaii as their own personal treasure island.
John and Julieanne Dimitrion were very much into the material trappings of the ultra-rich.
A beautiful home with views of the South Pacific, a fleet of luxury cars, a booming real estate business, designer wardrobes, and a shining image as God-fearing pillars of the community.
And they had all the outward signs of being extremely successful.
But the Dimitrions were really wolves in chic clothing. The masterminds of a scam the FBI says ripped victims off for more than $1 million.
They never met a fraud they didn't like.
Except maybe for their fateful last one.
I got scammed.
It would bring their fool's paradise crashing down around them. The couple joined a notorious anti-government extremist group and landed on the FBI's most wanted list.
They had disappeared off the face of the earth.
FBI headquarters, Honolulu.
They haven't split apart. And so, do you have any other thoughts about something we should be doing?
FBI Special Agent Tom Simon is working one of the most baffling and bizarre cases he's ever encountered.
It's extremely unusual in the FBI, and I've been doing this for 20 years, to find a routine financial fraud spin into a domestic extremist investigation coupled with an international fugitive manhunt.
Agent Simon picks up the story when the Dimitrions married 10 years ago, painting a portrait of a young couple who only love one thing more than themselves and each other, and that's money.
It wasn't just important for them to be wealthy, it was really important for them to make sure that everybody knew how wealthy they were.
John, now 34, had been born into privilege as the son of a successful doctor who gave him the best of the best, including a private education at the same prestigious high school that counts President Obama among its alumni. And 32-year-old Julieanne, who was raised in a working-class family, craved what she never had: wealth. The Dimitrions shared lust for money, and every luxury it could buy literally becomes their religion.
They had this odd philosophy that somehow they are destined by God to be rich, and the harder they pray, the richer they will get.
Even if it means being heartless and dishonest, which Agent Simon says they were from the very beginning.
You have to understand that John and Julieanne are con artists, right? They're very good at talking people into doing things that are against their self-interest.
One of the Dimitrions' divinely inspired scams to make easy money fast was a light bulb they claimed magically purified the air and cured diseases.
They were going on TV into home shows trying to sell this phony light bulb.
And that wasn't their only bright idea to con people out of money.
They were involved in all sorts of different scams.
But the most lucrative one is a real estate company they form called Mortgage Alliance, with opulent suites in a downtown office tower looking out across Honolulu. And this time their marketing gimmick is promising to save distressed homeowners from losing their properties to foreclosure.
And they used that company to rip off a lot of people.
The Dimitrions make an ill-gotten fortune that they use to build the life of their dreams. It includes a beautiful home, his and hers Maseratis and other luxury cars, the finest designer outfits, and the most frivolous accessories money can buy.
She actually at some point became addicted to buying expensive lingerie.
Julieanne even tries to get the government to pick up the tab.
She went to her CPA and asked him if she would be able to put that lingerie down as an expense for tax purposes because she wore it under her clothing while she was at work.
But there is misguided method to the Dimitrions' money madness.
They tried to spend the money as quickly as possible, creating the illusion of more wealth to bring in other customers.
The FBI says they also present an image as deeply religious, active members of a local evangelical Christian church.
But the Dimitrions, I believe, really used it as an opportunity to strengthen their bona fides in the community and make people think that they were, in fact, good, upright Christians who would never steal from them. And boy, were those people wrong who believed that.
The Dimitrions even prey upon the congregation they pray with.
I thought they were really good Christian people.
And the Dimitrions figure Laura Christo for a sucker.
Laura got into it because she thought she could help a fellow church member stay in their home.
Next, Laura turns undercover FBI operative to expose just how John and Julieanne Dimitrion rip off distressed homeowners.
I told them I can get all the information that you want.